Greetings and welcome. The stars are shining and the magpie is drinking. Coming to you guys today with a 1v1 live replay featuring spawning in the south. It's going to be the United Kingdom forces of Royal Hants. And spawning in the north, it's going to be the over Command West forces of Love Nest, who this is the second time he's been on the channel. The first time he's been on the channel being just now in my time, but slightly later in your time because of the amount of time it takes to upload and process the videos. This, of course, is the Alcocast Part 2. Magpie 842 is sponsored this evening by ethanol. That's right, CH3CH2OH. Had to think about that for a second. God. Yes, that's right. Ethanol is the weapon of choice this evening for Magpie 842, who is somewhat tipsy, having had some beers. I thought for a while about having shots and stuff like that. But I settled on beer because, you know, shots just tend to make me feel ill, and beer is a thing that I can just about do. Not much of a drinker, me, but, you know, I do what I can. The occasion is 50 subscribers. Woohoo! Yeah, rock on! It's pretty cool. Loving the 50 subscribers. You guys are all totally awesome. Top love to you all. So this evening I have had some beers, and I'm now casting this game, Company of Heroes 2. It's the reason we're all here. It's the reason we all, you know, have something in common. We all love the game. Company of Heroes 2 is what it is, and we rather enjoy it. That's the purpose of the cast, I guess. So, without further ado, let us turn our attention to the game. The Sheriff of Max Schlepper coming up into a fairly advanced position in the initial stages of this game, but falling back into... Oh, wow! This is more like it. Loving it! The positioning on this Battle Gripper HQ is fantastic. This receives the Magpie seal of approval, because it's in a good place. Let me crack the tack and show you what I mean. So, first of all, it's equidistant between it's as near as possible to equidistant between the 3 points of interest on this map, which are this victory point, and this victory point. That means that if the overcommand player falls back his troops, he'll be able to get them back to wherever he needs them to be, here, here, or here, in like pretty good time. Whereas if he was to deploy this thing here, then the right hand victory point is pretty much out of bounds. If he deploys this thing here, then the left hand victory point is pretty much out of bounds. And if he deploys this thing in the base, then he's wasted loads of money for nothing. That's my opinion. So the opponent, Royal Hants, is playing has got a Vickers. He's which is being with the Storm Pioneers pressured, and some Tommy's going to come in the light cover. They should be able to see off these Storm Pioneers. The Vickers is going to redeploy. Awkward arc, though. I don't think he meant for it to face that way. And a hasty redeploy on the machine gun team. Royal Hants, possibly a bit flustered or more smashed than I am. So, you know, you take your pick, you pay your money, you take your choice. And so, what are these? Volks Grenadiers! Gonna be flanking right. Let's take a look here at the drink. Hound. So, 2 squads of Volks Grenadiers off the bat for Love Nest. Love Nest. He's gonna be building 2 squads of Volks Grenadiers first. He is researching the forward fallback point. I have a lot of sympathy with this build. This is something I do myself when I'm feeling super risky. I build just 2 squads, then deploy my Battle Gripper HQ. Then the first thing I build after the Battle Gripper HQ finishes is research the forward fallback point. Yes, it's 300 manpower. Yes, this is a devastatingly early point in the game to do it, but it can buy you a lot of advantage, so time will tell. We'll see if this is going to pay off for him. But anyway, what I can say is I sympathize with the build a lot. It's something I do myself sometimes, from time to time. That's terribly rude, pardon me, on the channel. And, you know... pardon me! Jeez. Yeah, man, the thing about lager beer is it is carbonated. It's a problem. Pardon me, I'm doing my best. Anyway, so Vickers gun is in position here. Let's crack the tack, because we've got a moment of quiet here. So we've got Tommy's, and a Vickers gun. So that's the units for the British player, whose name is Royal Hants. And we've got 2 Volks and Storm Pioneers. So look to see another unit, hopefully, soon from Love Nest, who is our Overcommand West player. 2 squads of Volks Grenadiers. By the way, this is the Alcocast Part 2. So, like, in Part 1, I was, like, moderately together. Part 2, whatever, anything goes. It's like, more beer later. I don't even... we're just going to rock out. We're going to rock out! And so that's where we are right now. So, just, you know, I think if you're watching this cast at home, I think you owe it to me to grab yourself some kind of alcohol. I don't care. Go to the fridge, pause the replay, go to the off license, get down your local co-op, whatever. You might be in a different country. Get to your 7-Eleven, get to your whatever it is, and buy yourself some alcohol, and then come back, unpause the replay, and join in the good times with Magpie, because that's what we be casting right now. So, 2 squads of they're not conscripts, they're Tommies, 2 squads of Tommies. With med packs, they're going to force the fallback from these Volksgrenadiers, and you have to see why. But the forward fallback point is only right here, and this is why I really love doing this build myself sometimes, when I feel like I can get away with it, because you can be so efficient with your units. How long are these Volksgrenadiers going to be out of the fight? I'll tell you, that long. See, now he could move them out, because here's a tip for all you Overcommand players out there. When you fall back your units to the to the battle group at HQ, the reinforcement radius on this building, actually it takes a Volksgrenadier unit the same time it takes to reinforce 1 Volksgrenadier to move from here to here. So to leave the reinforcement radius. So when your guys, as soon as they're on 4 men, or if they only need 1 man reinforcing, you can just move them out of the reinforcement radius, and they'll grab that 5th man on their way out. So you can turn around your Volksgrenadier squads pretty sharpish. That's right, independent research. You heard it here first. Verified by Magpie 842. Now, we've got a fight here. These Volksgrenadiers probably looking to get an incendiary grenade, perhaps, onto this Vickers machine gun. No, the Vickers is going to fall back preemptively, precluding any such incendiary grenade from the Love Nest Axis player. Both players have chosen their commanders. We've got Special Weapons Regiment for the British Forces, so just hit pause on the channel, take your time, have a nice sip on your cooled beverage, and relax and enjoy whilst you read the information on your screen right here. It is stuff that might be relevant coming up in this cast. And then Love Nest, who is the Axis player right now, boys from Wales, these are engineers, they're going to come in using the silent stands. This is a fight that they really ought to win. That's the noise the stands make in my head, but it's really nothing like what they actually make. Love Nest has also chosen a commander. He's gone for Breakthrough Doctrine. And, wow, spicy timing on this commander. Has he gone for Panzer Fusiliers? Okay, so he is making use of it at this early juncture. Panzer Fusiliers, of course, quite a luxury as an Axis player. You get a 6-man squad with decent line of sight. That is, assuming you purchase it, the expensive 90 munition upgrade. But when you do so, very decent line of sight on that unit, and they're very good at long range against other infantry units. They even have an anti-tank rifle grenade to help you out against armor. So quite spicy. In fact, it's been a long time since I've cast a Breakthrough Doctrine game. Possibly this is the first. I mean, press pause if you want to see what these abilities do, but I quite am enjoying this doctrine. I've put it back on my roster recently because people aren't expecting it much these days, and I have to say I do quite enjoy it. So, Breakthrough Doctrine, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if it does anything. The build for, the force composition for the British player. Let's take a look here. He's got the Special Weapons Tank Hunter Infantry section. Let's take a look at these guys. So remember, these are basically just Tommies. They can have a Pyrotechnics or Medkit upgrade, and here we see them with the Medkit upgrade. But they've also got 2 of the boys 50 caliber anti-tank sniper rifles, which is pretty spicy. Now, in my experience playing as Brits, the main bonus of this commander is taking the resupply half-track. That is a piece which the Brits don't normally have, and it allows you to keep the pressure on relentlessly. This light gun is doing okay damage.
Your channel.
And uh-oh. Hang on a second.
Hi.
Oh my god, I'm on TeamSpeak. Gotta go. What is up, Magpie 842 coming back at you. The little slight technical disruption right there. What happened was I forgot that I was still logged into TeamSpeak, and then stuff happened which, anyway, but it's all sorted out now. Panzer Fusiliers, they're going to make their way into some heavy cover here, and they're not going to last long, you've got to feel, against 2 squads of Thomas. But let's see what happens, because they've got the gun upgrade. What is that gun called? Gewehr 43, G43 upgrade. What? I feel like that was a premature double fallback. He should have falled back the one on 1 man, not the one on 3 men, and then traded for more damage. It's terribly rude. I'm sorry. It's the Alcocast. What can I say? Wow, next time I'll do shots, because this carbonation of the old lager is a little much right now. Here's an SAS sniper, Scottish Assault Squad. That's a little bit of a Sean Connery attempt. Ooh, the Lig is going to take a shot at him. So let's take a look at the force compositions here, because we got like a moment here where they're not like directly engaged, the 2 players. So we got double Volks Grenadiers, double Panzer Fusiliers, and Storm Pioneer and Light Gun. We've got a Luke's coming out. That means that the Schwerer Panzer HQ is... Whoa! Schwerer Panzer HQ is in a great position. Super forward, covering a totally irrelevant area of the map. Loving the positioning here by Love Nest. So that's good stuff. Let's compare this to the British forces. We've got 4 squads of Tommies, all with medkits, no pyrotechnics flares. Not sure what I think about that. Usually you'd want to spice in one with pyrotechnics flares. And a Scottish Assault Squad sniper, who I guess, you know, when he gets to veterancy 1, he gets the pyrotechnics flares, so, you know, maybe Love Nest is counting on that being the thing that happens for his pyrotechnics. Here comes the Lukes, though. Let's see what it does. Is it able to inflict much damage? A mass fallback from the British forces. The sniper leading the way in terms of falling back, which is kind of unleading the way, but you know what I mean. And like, so this is like, yeah. Over command. West. Doing stuff with the units. Okay, but here we've got some boys, 55 caliber equipped dudes who've got an anti-tank grenade. That's going to cause a rear armor hit and a retreat from the Lukes. No engine braking, of course, because the light tank was at full health when the grenade hit, so that's a good thing. Herba-derba-derp, just going to have a drink. Flibbles. Okay, so, what is this? Storm Pioneers are going to be capturing this. Let's take a look at the Scarlet. 349 to 480? Love Nest, what you doing, man? He's doing really well. Light gun in an okay position. I think it's probably worth just moving it into the cover that's right here, but okay, you know. If you want to fight from there, you can. Panzer Fusiliers doing what they can. Of course, they do have a Model 24 grenade, which they can use if they wanted to against this Vickers gun, and I sort of think there's a case for throwing it. But, you know, he doesn't actually have enough munitions to make that a reality. So, Love Nest going to be forced to concede the fuel point to his opponent. Got to think that's fair enough. The Lukes, plucky Panzer II, going to be doing decent damage to these guys. Anti-tank grenade not forthcoming from the special anti-tank hunting boys. And the Lukes is going to just reposition forwards a bit. Going to focus its attention now on these Tommies. And this is actually going quite well for Love Nest at the moment. I mean, anything could change. It's still a very close game, but pardon me, things going pretty well for the Overcommand player, who's got units doing stuff around the map. Pardon me, it's Alcocast, blame that. And so, oh, playback over? You're kidding me! No way! 12 minutes 33. Royal Hans leaves the game. Oops, I just took a screenshot. Awesome. Well, clearly he'd had enough there. Wow, I think he was by no means out of that game. I mean, yeah, so what? You're behind by like 168 tickets. But that's like totally not game over at all. I think Royal Hans could have stayed in that game a while longer, and so, yeah, I mean, his force composition was even okay. He had a 6-pounder, he had, like, tank hunter infantry, and a SAS sniper, and there's not even that much armor, it's just like a Panzer II. But anyway, whatever. This setup here from Love Nest, really, this is what Overcommand's all about. If you're building your trucks in your base, which you're totally allowed to do, you know, if if you want to play super safe, then you go for it, you know, whatever. But I think if you're really playing Overcommand and you really want to play for all the advantages that Overcommand can bring you, putting your trucks in a position like this, loving it. Loving it. I'm all about this. Every game. I'm all about being on the offense. I'm all about putting down aggressive truck positioning. I'm all about trying to play Overcommand, like, for their strengths. And Love Nest here representing, doing the same thing. So it's quite hard to break a position like this until like the late mid game / late game. This is cool. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, just wondering if there's anything else to be said. I mean, there's only 12 minutes and 33 of game right there, so not a lot else of analysis that I can offer you. So without further ado, Magpie 842 is going to head into the next cast, where I hope I'll be joined by you. That's right, Alcocast Part 3 coming soon. End the cast. Do it.